Hello and welcome back to the next video. Today, as always, we're continuing with the development of our republic. As you know, the steel mill is up and running, and at an ever-increasing pace. But today we're going to shift our focus a bit and go back to where we started. For some time now, we've been suffering from a housing shortage in the main city, so today, we're going to change that. Construction continues, and the most logical place to start is to develop the areas around the railway line, which, by the way, runs along the city's perimeter on almost all sides. These areas also have most amenities and transportation options nearby, which further simplifies the design process. The style of the buildings will remain identical to those in the surrounding area in order to preserve the neighborhood's aesthetic appeal. One of the great things about these blocks is that they can be combined in countless ways to create different shapes and arrangements. Since the population has grown significantly over the past few episodes, we're seeing an even higher birth rate. This means we'll be paying more and more attention to housing planning. Of course, this is a good thing, especially given our current situation, where we have large industrial facilities and projects but lack a sufficient workforce. The name of the game says it all: workers and resources. You can't do without either one. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also become a member to directly support the channel. Space is quite limited, so I'll try to fit as many buildings as possible along the perimeter of the area so that there's room in the center for at least a store and something else. As I said, there are quite a few services nearby, but you shouldn't take any chances with some of them, like food, for example. I recommend that you always play it safe in this game, because if a crisis were to arise for any reason, it could set you back years, and it would take a long time to recover. And as you know, the population can very quickly decide to flee your republic, and so you find yourself in a vicious cycle that is difficult to break out of. That is why prevention is the best cure. I'd love to hear your feedback on whether you like the video and what you'd like me to change. Here, too, I'll use the usual layout for stores, a loading platform connected to the shop. For those who don't know, the goal is to ensure there's enough space for at least one truck for each product waiting to be unloaded, so the warehouse doesn't run out of stock. This is one of the ways I protect myself against crises. In addition to stores, movie theaters, and so on, there are necessities like water, heat, and electricity that we can't do without. That's why I'm continuing to plan this very important infrastructure. My advice to you is to design this in advance before you fill the entire space. That way, you won't have to deal with obstacles, and you'll achieve better coverage. Back to arranging blocks. This empty corner is pretty frustrating because it throws off my entire geometry since I have to work around the rails. The other main task for today is to begin expanding our farmable area. There are two reasons for this: the obviously growing population, and the second is economic. Currently, grain production fully meets our needs, but we are missing out on the benefits of having enough raw materials for export. Fortunately, we are located on fairly flat land, so finding a suitable place for fields will not be a problem. As you can see, tracks have been planned so that transport from the warehouse to the factory can be as quick and easy as possible. Here, too, I will use the largest possible warehouse, since this is a very important product and it's good to have a reserve. The difference is that I'll have 2 farms on either side, because otherwise the fields would be a bit too many for one farm. I hope you enjoyed the episode and found it helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also support the channel by becoming a member. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.